Hello fellow Hell Let Loose players, my name is Burning Ricky and welcome to my channel, where you all always get my honest opinion on Hell Let Loose and other games. As always, I want to thank everyone for the likes and comments and all the people who recently subbed to my channel. Hell Let Loose was in early access, so I always cut it some slack. But recently it went into full version and the price went up by 10 euros or dollars, depending where you live. And they added microtransactions. So it is time to look at Hell Let Loose with a bit more critical eye. Because now people that buy it pay the full price and certain things are behind a paywall now. For example, the Russian uniforms and helmets. So it is not that I'm being negative about the game, but Hell Let Loose got rid of its training wheels and is now driving around with the big boys, and it costs a lot more. In fact, it costs about 1/4 more than it did in early access. And today I want to talk about the Engineer, a class I love to play, as all my regular viewers of this channel know. But since all the new updates it has become a little bit nerfed, and the following reasons are why I feel the Engineer class has become a bit useless in some areas. And I use the word useless in a liberal way. And no, the Engineer has not become useless, far from it, but it lost a lot of its functionality. And here are some of the reasons why. I used to love the thrill of running towards a badly damaged tank and repair it, and the tank crew was always very grateful. But now that all tankers get a blowtorch, that is not happening anymore. The chance of one of the 3 people in the tank or all 3 having a blowtorch is pretty big, so they don't need an engineer anymore.
They took our job!
The same goes for the tank repair station. It has become useless. I mean, I still build it, but again, almost all tanks have at least one person in it that has a blowtorch, so they do it themselves. It is faster than driving towards a repair station, especially when your tracks are broken and it is 200 or 400 meters away, and the tank crew earn some experience points when repairing their own tank.
Like the Guardian!
And last but not least, with the last update, the Engineer can only make one set of 3 nodes, and the team starts with 1000 resources of each node. I have a sneaky feeling the Engineer does not even need to make the nodes anymore. The team has plenty of resources to last the whole game, because I've played a lot of games in which the team did not make any resource nodes and there was no lack of resources. And unlike before the update, the commander never once asked for engineers to make nodes. And yes, I also have been in matches that we ran out of resources. It still happens, but, and I can be wrong, it does not happen nearly as much as before.
They took our job!
So I now play as an engineer. I can make one set of 3 nodes. The tank repair station is obsolete. I mean, you can still make it for the experience points, but that's basically it. When I made my one set of 3 nodes, I feel like from that point on I'm a bit useless, because I can make them at the HQ. And unless the team loses the game, we won't lose the nodes. And it does not matter anymore where you make your nodes, they always earn 10 points a minute. There is no reason to risk putting them in the front line anymore to get as much out of them as possible. You ask your support guy to drop his 50 supplies in the headquarters. You make the manpower node first, and then the support player supplies will regenerate 50% faster. Within minutes I made my 3 nodes and I'm done. I switch roles because the building system of an engineer is still whiny as hell. If the ground is not completely flat, it won't place a blueprint. You want to make an anti-tank barrier on the road to stop the enemy tanks? You can't, because the game does not allow building on any road 99.99% of the time. Even barbed wire, a very flexible thing, is whining all the time and does not want to be placed unless the terrain is almost perfectly flat. It is agony. And then there are maps like Virgin Forest. Don't even bother trying to build anything because nope, 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 and a nope. You just get shot because you're standing there holding the wrench trying to put a blueprint down like a muppet, and the game just keeps refusing to place it, and it gets me killed over and over again. In the previous versions of the game, I had the feeling as an engineer I was really helping the team. I mean, there are not many people who want to be an engineer and make 4 sets of 3 nodes. So when I made them and I placed them as far ahead as possible to get the maximum amount of resources from them, it gave me a great feeling and it kept me busy as well. The enemy took the terrain and I had to get busy making new nodes. Now I just make them at the HQ and they never get dismantled. And the same goes for the tank repair station. In previous versions of Hell Let Loose, when the tankers did not have a blowtorch yet to repair their own tank, placing a tank repair station at a tactical location was very important. It kept our tanks alive. But now, one tanker just jumps out of the tank to repair it, whilst the other 2 cover their fellow tanker who is repairing the tank. I now sometimes feel utterly useless as an engineer. All I'm good for is making some walls, placing barbed wire and making a bunker. And that's it. Basically, I am Bob the Builder of Hell Let Loose. And make no mistake, placing a bunker and barbed wire in a tactical spot can really help the team. But the engineer lost some of its charm along the way with some of its abilities that are now pretty much obsolete. So I just switch classes or don't even bother to be an engineer anymore. I think the only reason why people still play with the engineer is not because they want to make the nodes or the bunkers. Nope. They want the saddle charge. Instead of calling him the engineer, we should start calling him the Demolition Man, because that is what he is. I don't know what else to say, other than he got nerfed and a lot of fun was taken out of the engineer role, which makes me a bit sad, because I do love that class like it was in previous versions, but now I'm like, meh, I don't know. Maybe I have to get used to the new nerfed role the engineer has. I would love to hear from you guys and what you think about all the changes the engineer went through. He went from being super important and a real asset to the team to just being a mediocre class that is not really needed anymore. He is now handy when you have him, but not essential. So let me know in the comment section. And if you found this video interesting or enjoyed it, then click the like button and share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and press the notification bell. I try to make at least 1 video a week. We also recently started a Discord community, so if you're looking for people to chat and play games with, then join our Discord. Link is in the description. My name is Burning Wiki, and I will see you all next time in Hell Let Loose.